I am assuming the recording has started because I see the red dot line here. So, welcome all of you to the Chaos Asia community meeting. It's held bi weekly at 8 a.m. IST. Not great with time zone conversions of late, so you can check your local time based on the link given in the agenda doc. I am Divya Mohan. I am the lead for Chaos Asia, and this is the meeting for February 19th. And we do not have a very packed agenda today, primarily because we have not had a lot of discussions around what we need to be doing for this year. We want to continue being the hub for open source in Asia, as I mentioned in one of the previous meetings. But we also want to see if there is any additional interest areas that folks here want to dive into with respect to the Chaos Project. Leon has already taken on the responsibility of helping with the podcast for Chaos, and maybe he has something to share today. But yeah, so if there are any other interest areas, we'd be happy to delve into them. But first, we have a newcomer today, Balaji. Welcome to the meeting and to the project. Do you want to give a quick introduction of yourself, Balaji?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm an engineering student from India. I have been recently introduced to Chaos.org. I've been going through what you guys do and reading your documents and documentation and basic onboarding files. It's very interesting and I'm very eager to contribute. I have a few ideas and I'll start contributing uh, in a few days.
Welcome,
Sure.
Balaji.
Yeah, welcome and hi. Roland, didn't see you come in. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, in the spirit of having put Balaji on the spotlight, I think we should also introduce ourselves. Roland, do you want to go first? Because today is my turn to put people on the spot, I guess.
Sure, I'm Roland. I work at a medical research institute here in Australia. And it's nice to meet you. I run an internship program where I do some work in research software, and I'm also uh, running the Research Software Asia Australia conference that happens every year, and we're kicking off the Research Software Africa conference and the Research Software Latin America conference as well this year. So welcome.
Leon, you
Hi.
next. I'll go last.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I'm Leon. I recently became to the Chaoscast podcast host for Asia. Apart from that, I've been helping sort of like just evangelize about chaos with mostly with Divya and Yaya sometimes. We also run the LinkedIn social sometimes whenever we can. Apart from that, I'm just normal working for a startup person in tech. Uh, and yeah, that's it. That's about it. You're up next to
Thank you. So, hi, I'm Divya Mohan, and I'm the lead for Chaos Asia. I did not start it. Fun fact, it was Yaya, who's one of our other regular members, who actually started the chapter for the Chaos Project. And she has done some fantastic work in the Chinese side of things, and brought in a lot of participation from there. We were a very active chapter back then, with a lot of localization efforts and a lot of collaboration with to-do group. We still do have a lot of overlaps with them, but are struggling to find out the intersection between the various open source um, not chapters really, but open source foundations or open source projects under Linux Foundation or other foundations or in the open source ecosystem in general. And we're trying to find that intersection so that more people from Asia can actually participate. And that's been at least my aim with respect to chaos. Outside of chaos, I work in a couple of projects, other projects in the open source ecosystem, some of which I help maintain. And at work, I am a principal technology advocate at SUSE, and that's my day job. So it allows me to extensively work on open source in general, and I'm forever grateful for that. So yeah, that's a bit about me. And with respect to chaos, basically, if I think if we were to give an introduction or walk you through Balaji about the project itself, the project deals with open source community health and metrics. The reason why we focus on that is partially because there were no real quantifying factors available um, before. I mean, yes, there were different things that different companies use. There still are, but we were trying to get that standardized, which was another thing that was on our plate last year. But sadly, because there were no interested participants outside of the Asian continent, we had to can that effort. But essentially, it deals with community, open source community health, and the metrics and metric models that we use to measure that. All of our efforts, including the Augur project, which you probably would have gone through, and even the visualization dashboard, etc., they're all in relation to the metrics and metric models to measure the status of an open source community's health. Now I know that was a lot of community health and open source thrown in there, so I'm going to pause and see if you have any questions so far, and if you do, please feel free to voice out. This is a good opportunity.
Hi Divya. I've been going through the project and it seems very interesting and very exciting document structure that you have created. I love it. And the concepts do seem very interesting. As of what I've understood is you taken data from open source organizations and give a community health report. And the data processing tool set is what you're trying to standardize. And it seems very interesting. And I have a few ideas to discuss upon a few concepts which I would like to contribute.
Sure. So just to go back to your statement about taking data from open source projects, we don't take any data. What is the sample that's available on Chaos is our own community's data. It's not any other project's data, but we do make those toolkits available to other organizations and other um, I don't know, community so that they can leverage it within their space. Reason being, we recognize that not everybody would want us taking their data and using it and processing it. So we do make that available. And the framework that it uses, that is the metrics and the metric models, is what we were trying to standardize. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. We are trying to work with the data of this org, but in general, anyone can use it for their org.
Yeah, kind of. Like the data is ours right now, the one that we are using for the toolkit, the Augur 8 Node project. Whatever we see on chaos.community is our data, but you can adapt that toolkit to leverage the organization's data if they deploy it on their side of things and use it. Yeah. So, I mean, what were the specific areas that you were interested in contributing? Maybe, um, is there something that you are specifically looking out for in terms of contributing? Like, is it software? Is it community related? Or is it something else?
It was related to software. I was looking into the sorting hat mechanism of the chaos org. I mean the Grimoire lab. Yeah.
Right, and for that, that's a great starting point, if any, for um, discussions specific to that working group. That is the Grimoire Lab working group. You will have to join their respective meetings. Um, uh, and I'll let you know why also in that case, because within the project, the organizational structure basically works as we are split into working groups that focus on various areas. Like for example, data science is one area where we deal with the collection. Then metrics and metric models is an other specific area. Then there's also badging and diversity related project specific areas. And then we have localized chapters such as these, which is Asia, Latin America, none in Europe, but Asia, Latin America, and Africa so far. And what these chapters do is help contributors either contribute meaningfully to the Chaos project in software related ways, but also if they are interested in evangelizing about the project, we help find avenues for them to fit in their contributions and speak about them at various places. I mean, it's a very broad description, so it's not going to be very super helpful in understanding what we exactly do, but we're just a hub for open source in Asia, is how I'd like to describe it.
Yeah, I think I
And
like that. I
yeah.
like that. I like that description. And I think just to give you an idea, um, for example, when I was doing my internship program and we had these drop-in sessions, Leon popped in and said hello once to sort of see what it was about, and we had another intern in there who was we were all having a bit of a chat. It was really nice to be able to catch up. And then another situation with Research Software Asia Australia, Yaya was interested in helping out, and Leon was sort of interested in potentially helping out. So you get to connect with a few different people as things come through, and you get to hear some of the conference, all the conferences that are out there, which is very new to me. So you start to get a better feel for what's going on in open source. It's actually quite a nice place to catch up.
Yeah, thank you for that very sweet summary, Roland. So yeah, specific to again your interest areas, Balaji, one of the things that you can do next potentially is to join the working group related to the um, Augur and Grimoire areas of the project. So there's Augur 8 Knot that works on that specifically. There's Grimoire Lab, hashtag Grimoire Lab on the Slack channel as well, on the Chaos Slack as well. So those are two areas, and I do believe they meet on a very frequent basis. I think it's every week or every other week. You can find out the community calendar entry on chaos.community. There's a calendar link there, so you can find that out as well. And propose your specific software related contributions on there, because that definitely will be a better audience. And they will be able to be more receptive to your contributions. I'm not saying that we are not. It's just that this is basically a hub for everyone to connect. And if you're interested obviously in areas outside of software related contributions, we can help, but we also do want you to be able to contribute in a way that's meaningful to you. So related to your specific areas of interest, it's the Augur 8 Not Working group and the Grimoire Lab Slack channel that you should be joining. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. I'll definitely join those channels. The Grimoire Lab and Augur 8 Not, right? I'll join that.
Yeah, WG Augur 8 Not. So there are two channels, so you could join those. And we're not really accepting anyone for the Google season of. We've not submitted anything for Google's summer or season of code. I keep forgetting that every single time, but that bit we're not doing this year. But you're very welcome to contribute to the project. Even without that, it's not just limited to the summer of code or season of code or whatever that is.
Definitely, definitely. I'll definitely join. That's all good.
Yeah. Um, with that, I don't have any particular agenda items, except that I want to let everyone know that um, there are two important events that I want to highlight. So I think Leon, you posted this that uh, the UbuntuCon or UbuCon 2026 will be co-located with COSCUP. And yeah, I did not remove that because I wasn't sure, Roland, but thank you for that. So the internships are no longer being offered this semester, but the Open Source Summit India, which is going to be held in Mumbai this year, the CFP applications with that are open. So if there is something related to open source that you would like to broadcast or evangelize about, in terms of projects, in terms of um, non-technical knowledge, anything, just check the CFP tracks that are available and consider submitting, because this is one of the three or four conferences that are going to be held in the Asian continent this year. So there's going to be, I think, Japan as well as Korea, if I'm not mistaken, and China as well. So there are four of these that are going to be held, and this is the one that the CFP applications are open now. I don't know when the others are going to be open, but as and when they announce it on social media, I'll be surely posting it here. So that was the only update I had. I'm gonna take this opportunity and see if any one of y'all have anything to bring to the table in terms of updates, and pause here.
Uh, from
Big-
my end, oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, thanks. Uh, yeah, so I mean, Roland's the guest, of course, of the next Chaos Cast podcast that we are going to record next week. Uh, so that's the one update from my end. So I think I'll try to get some more topics maybe around uh, what we can submit and all these things for upcoming conferences. I'll also try to put a list of conferences for the 2026 that's happening in the GitHub repo that we have usually. Uh, so I think I'll maybe be able to do that by maybe next week or this week. Uh, but yeah, I'll try to do that for my.
Thank you so much for taking that on, Leon. That would be very helpful, and probably we can mull upon something to submit to Open Source Summit India if it's of interest. Um, yeah, that's. Thank you so much once again for all that you do. Roland, do you have something to?
Oh no, I was going to say what Leon just said. That's all. That's all. Yeah, quite one. Quite one. There's a lot of things going on at the moment. So
Okay. Well, I am not expecting Yaya to be here till I think March, but I will check in with her and see if there are any things that we want to submit to in terms of um, the conference schedule, and if she has the bandwidth to do so this year. And I'll let you know. I mean, not let you know as in like y'all personally, but on the channel as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. Does anyone have anything else to share?
No, not me.
no, not really. From a recordable point of view.
Okay. So then I think that's it for today, and we can stop the recording. I'll see you guys later. Yeah.